Pleadian Workbook by Amora Kuan Yin, Chapter 6, Preparing for Pleiadian Lightwork, Part 2, Self-Healing and Clearing. The techniques given in this chapter are intended to increase your ability to heal and clear yourself easily and efficiently as you move through normal spiritual growth and expansion of consciousness. The Pleiadian Lightwork, which begins in the next chapter, will accelerate not only your spiritual growth and expansion, it will necessarily accelerate the surfacing of karmic patterns, thoughts, beliefs, hidden emotions, and hidden memories that need clearing, as well as energy blocks from any external sources. At times, while receiving an energy session from the Pleiadian emissaries of light and the Christ, you may find yourself entangled in past images, repressed emotions or memories, or negative thoughts. When these or other would-be problems arise, the self-help tools given in this chapter can prove invaluable and empowering. It is highly recommended, therefore, that you take the time to go through this following chapter as a preparation for handling whatever comes up in your clearing process as graciously and easily as possible. The releases triggered by Pleiadian Lightwork, as well as your ongoing spiritual evolution, not only occur during the sessions, but afterward as well. As you open to higher and higher frequencies of Ka energy and your own higher self, the denser energies held in your body and aura and chakras naturally begin to burn off. The more you raise your vibratory rate, your inner fire will burn off the lower densities. As you mature spiritually, you will begin to recognize that these burn-offs are releases and transmutations of old energies, and you will identify less and less with those old energies, or release all attachment to them completely. Issues that surface during or after healing sessions will no longer be so triggering, although they will be intensified at times by the influx of higher vibrational energies, for example, photon energies or Schumann frequencies, or people sending you negativity. You will find yourself more capable of asking, "What do I need to learn from this?" instead of playing out the shadow ego dramas in your life. You will use these self-healing and clearing skills to take care of the issues and move on. This is the natural grace that comes through learning the effective techniques in this chapter. Think of the time and energy you invest in learning the techniques in this chapter as investments in a peaceful and gracious future. You will then be properly prepared to receive the more subtle light energy work from the Pleiadians and the Christ in the rest of this book, when you know that you can take care of your own stuck energies if or when they need attention. Activity 1, Clearing with Roses. Visualization and psychic clearing work using the etheric images of roses might be thousands and thousands of years old. My own past life memories of myself as a priestess and white witch revealed the use of roses in spiritual practices as far back as the 12th century. The rose, as a healing symbol, is a very effective and useful tool both in your own clearing process and for helping others do their own clearing. Just as the lotus has been used for ages as the symbol of enlightenment, the rose has been used to symbolize and bring about the purity of self-affinity. What this means is that roses have the ability to eliminate energies in your auric field that are unnatural and foreign to your essence and inherent way of being. For example, if you feel some blockage in your heart chakra and suspect that it is due to another person's imbalanced energy that you have somehow taken on, you can release that energy with a rose. Here is the process. Step 1. Close your eyes and ground yourself, like in the last chapter, sending a grounding cord down to the heart crystal core of Mother Nature, Goddess Gaia, planet Earth. Choose the color of that grounding cord. Step 2. Check your aura and pull it in to the distance of your arms extended. 3. Check your boundary colors of your egg-shaped aura. 4. Visualize a rose of any color in full bloom in your aura, right in front of your eyes. Stay with this visualization until you can see it clearly in as much detail, or feel it, or sense the rose clearly. 5. Now, move the rose out of your aura. Let it disintegrate and blow it away. This is called blowing roses. Step 6. Now create a rose inside the center of your head. See, sense, or feel it there, and intend that this rose take on anyone else's energy that might be in your head. Hold the vision of the rose inside your head, taking on someone else's energy for the next 30 seconds. Step 7. Pull the rose out of your head and then outside of your aura. Make it disintegrate and blow it away. Step 8. Now create a rose outside of your aura in front of you. Think of someone in your life with whom you have had a recent conflict or ill feelings. See that person's face inside the rose and ask the rose to take on any negative thoughts you have about that person and or any of that person's negative energy. Watch the rose for any changes for the next 30 seconds. It might be closing up or changing colors. something. Keep watching. 30 seconds. Step 11. Now move the rose far, far away, many, many arm lengths. Let it dissolve and blow it away. Step 12. If this rose closed up completely or went totally dark, indicating that it removed a lot of energy from or about that chosen person, create a new one outside your aura now, with the same person's image in it. See, sense, or feel this rose with that person's image and watch for 30 seconds to see what happens when it fills up or partially fills up with that person's energy, your negative thoughts about the person, whichever comes first. 30 seconds. Step 13, once again, push the rose many, many arm lengths away, dissolve it and blow it away. It's gone. Step 14, if that last rose also completely filled up or went dark or closed up, you may wish to continue this process of creating and dissolving roses with that person's image in them until the rose remains unaffected for at least 10 seconds. At that point, you know you have released all you need to relative to that person at this time. And as always, dissolve the rose and blow it away. This technique is called blowing roses for a very good reason. Please note that it is always important that you blow roses outside your auric field. If you dissolve the rose inside your aura, it will neutralize the energy somewhat, but you will still have the other person's energy in your aura. Some psychic or spiritual paths teach techniques like mirroring, placing mirrors around the person or around the negative energy and having the mirrors reflect back the negativity to the intrusive person 10 times stronger. Don't do that. Other so-called shamans or psychic teachers may instruct you to form the negative energy from some person into a tight ball and hurl it back at the psychic intruder. Don't do that. All of those types of practices engage you in psychic warfare and create more karma. Any practice that has intended harm to another person creates karma between you and that person. You are ultimately 100% accountable for not allowing yourself to be victimized. So, if you have a problem with boundaries, You need to learn about healthy boundaries instead of blaming others for dumping on you and then attempting to lash back at them for it. This is in no way negating the other person's responsibility for learning to be harmless. Yet, we are all responsible for our impact on one another. That is part of being on a planet where we have all agreed to reincarnate and co-create. What this does mean also is that you are responsible for removing yourself from harm without harming anyone else in return anytime you feel attacked. Using the technique of blowing roses is very effective at taking accountability in this fashion. Roses can also be used for clearing other problematic issues in your life. I can give you a practical example of this from a personal life experience concerning my former fear of water. I have had a love and a fear with bodies of water for my whole life. As a child, I loved playing in pools or lakes or rivers and even my bathtub, but my mother, in her attempts to protect me, was continually gasping and warning of impending drowning unless I was extra careful. She would say, "You can drown in as little as 1 inch of water if you fall down, so be very careful." I am sure that I heard that statement 100 times by the age of 5. The statement followed by fearful gasps if I walked a little too fast across the 8-inch deep children's pool or stood up in the bathtub implanted an unnatural fear of water in my body. In my early 30s, I decided to finally teach myself to swim since I was too frightened to trust anyone else around water. Slowly, step by step, accomplished by lots of my own gasping and panic, I taught myself to swim. It became second nature for me to swim in and even jump right into swimming pools. Eventually, I even felt relatively secure and could enjoy swimming in large bodies of water. The rose blowing came in the next phase. In 1988, I met another challenge. While vacationing in Mexico, in the Caribbean Sea of Isla Mujeres, I decided to try snorkeling. I knew by then that I could not sink or even swim far underwater at all because I am a rather large and very buoyant woman. I planned, therefore, to simply swim and float on my stomach with a snorkel and mask in order to enjoy seeing the coral reef and brightly colored fish that lived there. Much to my chagrin, when I put the mask on the first time to practice in just 2 feet of water, I came up gasping in complete panic. After trying several more times, only to experience increasingly worse results, I sat down in the water feeling defeated and ready to give up. Then a small voice inside me said, "Don't give up. You have the tools to use. Try blowing roses." Though hesitant, I agreed. I began by just putting on the mask again and breathing through the snorkel while I sat there above the water, blowing roses. When that became easy, I took the next step. Still wearing the snorkel and mask, I placed my face in the water, kneeling on all fours, and blew roses as long as I could before I felt any panic. Then I took my face out of the water for a little breather and sat down before continuing. It only took about 5 minutes of this before I felt completely at ease and headed toward the reef. It was unnecessary to stop or even blow any more roses again, as I found myself floating about 100 feet from shore, all alone, having a wonderful time. I stayed out there for about an hour without any further incident or even the slightest fear. I have always known of the power of blowing roses since that time. So the next time you feel nervous or fearful about anything, whether it be a first date or learning to snorkel, try blowing roses. You can do it while in the situation itself, like I did, ideally while the fear is still occurring. And if that's impossible, just imagine the situation and blow roses into it. Another way of working on a life issue using blowing roses is to create a symbol or picture of the issue. For instance, if you have a problem trusting even trustworthy people, you can imagine a symbol or picture that represents distrust. You can even imagine the word distrust in big, bold letters and use that as your symbol. You will use the symbol to assist you in releasing pictures, as I call them, or emotions, or other blocked energies relative to any issue, in this case, distrust. Then you can simply sit down and run energy like we did in the last chapter, while continually blowing roses with your symbol inside them until the roses do not change with your imbalanced energies for at least 10 seconds, and then you know you're done. Running energy, like the last chapter, while blowing roses, assists you in releasing the blocked energies held in your chakras and or aura related to any issue. The following exercise is a way to use blowing roses to clear any issue. 1. Close your eyes, ground yourself. Choose the color of your grounding cord. Adjust your aura. Choose the color of your aura. 2. See the cosmic golden sun above you and run the golden light down along your spinal column, up, out your arm channels, as described in the previous chapter. When this circuit is fully running, put it on automatic. 3. Bring in earth energy through your feet chakras, up your legs, going into your root chakra, going up your spine, out your arms a little bit and out of your head. The Gaian energy is now flowing smoothly, and put it on automatic as well. We will use the cosmic solar and Gaian earth energies running on automatic for the duration of this clearing session. Step 4, think of something you want to clear. Could be anything. Nail biting, food binging, lack of confidence, shame, anything. Whatever you choose, imagine a symbol or image or face or the word for that problem now. Step 5, outside your aura, create a rose of whatever color you wish and put the symbol, image, word, picture inside the rose. See, sense, or feel it very clearly right in front of you, outside your aura. Step 6, breathe deeply to assist in the release while you watch the rose for about 30 seconds, sending your negative energy to it, watching for 30 seconds. Now push the rose a few arm lengths away, dissolve it, and blow the rose away. Step 7 is to create a new rose with that same issue until the roses stop changing or closing. And you know you're done for this time. Step 8, either continue to run the solar and Gaian energy, or let it run on automatic, or turn it off if you feel complete. One last use for roses is self-protection. Roses can be kept outside your aura with a grounding stem into the Earth's surface at all times to discourage unwanted influences and help define your boundaries. They will absorb stray and extraneous foreign energies floating around so that these energies do not enter your aura. Boundary roses will not take care of everything, but they will help greatly. You may prefer to keep one giant rose rooted in Earth's surface in front of your aura at all times. Or you may prefer to use 5 roses outside your aura, one in front, one behind your back, one on either side, and one above you. The grounding cord takes care of protection beneath you, so you don't need one under. Avoid any tendency to use these roses in a paranoid or fearful way. This is not a tool to use because people are out to get you. This technique is simply a tool to help you take personal accountability for your boundaries and your choices. It is especially useful if you are very sensitive or have a history of being a psychic sponge. You may find during the simple process of placing the roses in the 5 locations immediately outside your aura that you have not been attending to your back side. In other words, the back part of your aura may be very thin or fractured, or you may be less aware of it than the rest of your aura. Taking the time to visualize a rose there and to feel the space between your body and your aura and the rose naturally strengthens that part of your aura and makes your back less susceptible to invasion and psychic injury. The following steps will help you establish boundary roses. 1. After closing your eyes, grounding yourself, and adjusting your aura to arm's length all around you, apply the colors. Step 2. Visualize a rose of any size and color that feels good to you and place it right in front of your aura. See it there in detail. 3. Imagine that the rose is attached to a stem that is rooted into the earth. In intend that the rose remain there until you consciously dissolve it and blow it away. 4. Visualize another rose outside your aura on the left side. Place the stem into the earth and intend that it remain there until you dissolve it and blow it away. 5. Now place a rose with a stem into the earth on your right, outside your aura, and intend that it remain there until you dissolve it and blow it away. 6. Above your head, above your aura, place another rose, and it has a long stem going into the earth, and intend that it remain there until you dissolve it and blow it away. Step 7. Now visualize a rose with a stem going into the earth outside your aura behind your back. If necessary, work with your breath and intent to strengthen your aura behind you, knowing that this rose will protect you until you dissolve it and blow it away. Step 8. Now for practice. Dissolve and blow away each of these roses in the order you created. Dissolve the one in front of you. Blow it away. Dissolve the one on your left. Blow it away. On your right, dissolve, blow it away. Above, dissolve, blow it away. And behind you, dissolve and blow away that rose. Step 9. Put all 5 roses back. New ones this time, rooted in the earth. Ready, go. When you are finished, leave the roses in place until bedtime. At bedtime, tune into them. Notice if they still look fresh, or if they've wilted or closed up or changed color. Their condition will be a good indicator of how much they are actually protecting you. Once you have made your observations, dissolve them all in that order and give yourself some fresh ones before bed. It is recommended when you first begin to use roses around your aura that you dissolve the old ones and give yourself new ones at least twice a day for your waking times and once before bed, or until they consistently remain intact when you check in on them. I only replace my aura roses about once a week now, though in the beginning they tended to be full of foreign energy and needing replacing at least twice a day. Find your own personal requirements through experimentation and check in with your roses frequently. Next technique, clearing your chakras. This process utilizes the spinal pathway clearing technique for running cosmic and earth energies, but in an expanded way. Basically, as the solar and Gaian energies run along your spinal channel, you can consciously direct them into each chakra, one at a time, beginning with your crown and working your way down to your root. When the cosmic, solar, and cosmic Gaian energies entwine in your chakras. It flushes, cleans, and energizes them much more effectively than just running energy up and down your spine. However, this technique will bring up hidden emotions, memories, or images to be felt and released. You also may experience a lot of heat or coldness or movement or tingling during the process. Or you may find the experience deeply soothing, relaxing, and refreshing. Deep breathing into the areas in which you are experiencing any intensity or contraction or pain will eventually alleviate any discomfort and allow the emotions to be released. If you find the process to be rather intense or too intense, feel free to stop at any time. For example, if you get down to your throat chakra and it's just too much, that's fine. Stop. You can take up later in the day or the next day. Don't worry. In general, it is recommended that you use this technique only once or twice a week, unless you are clearly guided by your higher self to do so otherwise. Even if this experience is pleasant and calming for you, it will accelerate your clearing and healing in an ongoing way after the meditation is done as well. So, find your right pacing and rhythm and enjoy. Here we go. Step 1, ground yourself. 2, pull in your aura and check your boundary colors. 3, check your boundary roses in front, behind, above, and right and left. If they need refreshing, dissolve them, blow them away, and put new ones there. 4, bring in the golden sun above your head and run energy down the back of your spine. 10% going into the grounding cord, up the front of your spine, at the throat, divides into 3, going out each arm and out of the top of your head. After this is running smoothly, put it on automatic. 5. Now invoke and run Gaian earth energy up your feet chakras, up your legs, going into your root chakra and blending with the golden sunlight, running up, going out your arms, up and down your spine, running, blending with the solar energies, and put it on automatic. Now, place a thick blanket of rose petals all around the outside of your aura, which will absorb everything that will soon be released. This will also help prevent your released energies from staying in your aura. The rose petals will absorb them all. Step 7. Your crown chakra is a purple violet lotus flower facing upwards on top of your head, spinning slowly. Now see cosmic solar energy and the cosmic Gaian energy blending in your crown chakra, flushing, clearing, strengthening its spin. See the energy flushing, clearing, strengthening the spin of your crown chakra for 1 minute. Envision this, feel it, see it. Step 8. Turn off the flow of Gaian and solar energy into your crown and see them going down into your indigo midnight blue third eye chakra. Solar Gaian energy is going into your pineal chakra for 1 more minute, spinning, clearing, flushing, strengthening your third eye. Step 9, shut off the flow to your third eye and see the solar and Gaian energies going into your sky blue throat chakra. Solar Gaian energies flushing, clearing, strengthening, spinning your throat chakra 1 more minute. Step 10. Turn off the energies to your throat chakra and direct them down to your bright green heart chakra, center of your being. The golden solar energy and Gaian energy is blending in your heart chakra, flushing, clearing, strengthening the spin for 1 more minute. energy to your heart chakra and direct the solar and Gaian energies into your solar plexus chakra. Flushing, clearing, strengthening its spin for 1 more minute. Step 12, turn off the energy to your solar plexus chakra and direct it down into your sacral chakra. Flushing, clearing, strengthening the spin of your navel orange sacral chakra for 1 more minute. Step 13, turn off the flow to your sacral and direct the cosmic solar energies and the cosmic Gaian energies into your blood red root chakra. Flushing, clearing, strengthening your root chakra for 1 more minute. Step 14, turn off the flow of energy into your root chakra. Let them resume the normal spinal flow on automatic and just relax for 1 more minute. Step 15, direct your attention to the blanket of rose petals around you. Look at them, look at it. Assemble them all into one pile or bunch. Check their colors. Then dissolve them with gratitude and blow them away. Step 16. Check your boundary roses. Are they still there? How are they? You can dissolve them and blow them away and put fresh ones if needed. And then open your eyes and bend over and dump out. The next technique is called clearing pictures. First, I would like to define what I mean by pictures. Pictures are generally one of three things: other people's images or pictorial ideas about you or about an area of life that you have allowed into your field. 2, your own limited conclusions drawn from life experience that have formed into images or pictures in your field. Or 3, life experience, pictures or images remaining in your aura or body because of unreleased emotional charges around them. Here are some hypothetical examples. 1, other people's pictures. Perhaps you were a bored student or did not do well in school. People called you dumb or stupid, and your teachers, your parents, and other students' pictures about you got stuck in your aura and created self-doubt and low self-esteem. So you got stuck on their pictures about you. You still carry them within your field. Another example, you got stuck on pictures of your father's repeated monologues about how hard life is. Maybe he used the dinner table as his place to talk about the difficulties of trying to make a living, or how competitive the world is, or how you have to struggle. He painted elaborate examples from his life experience to prove his point, which then projected pictures into your field. And they're stuck in your field, most likely your third chakra, reminding you how much struggle this hard life requires. You might experience them as a tightness or pain or nervousness in your gut, or even ulcers if you're faced with any normal new life challenge. As well, you tend to magnetize a lot of intense challenges due to the law of attraction because you took on your father's pictures and still have them in your aura and or chakras. Type 2, your own limited conclusions drawn from life experience. Perhaps as an adolescent female, you had several experiences of boys being grabby and or projecting lusty pictures of what they would like to do with you. Or worse, You were looking for validation because of insecurity and were afraid of males because of your negative father, perhaps. Now you may have pictures stuck in your body, perhaps in your breast or your female organs, about all men looking at women in a lusty, conquering, controlling, possessive way. This, of course, causes fear, negatively affects relationships, and tends to make sex very uncomfortable, and the inability to magnetize respectful males into your life. Another example, as a child, you may have excelled in singing and dancing, and it became the only way you received any praise. So you have pictures of those experiences imprinted in your heart chakra as the way you need to perform to get love. They are also in your third chakra as the way to create self-esteem, and in your third eye as your only source of positive self-image or creativity. This greatly limits your ability to become a well-rounded adult, grounded in a sense of overall self-love and self-appreciation. You are still attempting to earn love and approval in the same old ways. Because of this, you can create problems in the very areas you are so reliant on. As a singer, you might create a thyroid imbalance or throat polyps. As a dancer, you could dislocate your knees or have other tendon issues in your ankles or feet. When you rely on any one thing or person for your externalized sense of self-esteem or